Bravestar, Bravestar.
In a distant time and faraway place, the planet of New Texas floats deep in space.
Welcome back to Retro Wednesday at the Titanium Penguin. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about Bravestar, the entire Mattel vintage toy line. Now, I've made some videos talking about the 3030, the Ford Carium. Check those out. I'll try to link those below. But I have not done the entire series of toys. There's not very many figures, like 9 figures, a playset, a couple of vehicles. And overall, it's a fun toy line. It's sort of easy to collect. Getting it 100% complete might be a challenge, but I'm going to go through every single thing in this toy line today because nobody's ever done it for me before, and it's kind of nice to have this reference on YouTube to check back. And I'm going to go into this, go into it deep, coming up. First thing I'll talk about is the size comparison of this guy, because I think that's what made the toy line fail partially. And then, of course, that it did not have toys in the stores at the same time as the show. So that was kind of the problem too. So with this, you can kind of see how tall he is. He's like 10 inches tall, 8.5 inches tall. He's like 8.5, 10. So I don't know. I got to measure that. But this is a 6-inch figure. And this is my Duke, and he has a custom, really crappy helmet I made for him that maybe I'll redo. But then here is a He-Man figure. So He-Man was already pretty much big for the scale of toys because most people wanted 3.75 for Star Wars or G.I. Joe or any of that kind of stuff. So when you look at this, it didn't fit most of the kids' play pattern for the scale back in the day, which is the reason I passed on it. Alright, so let's look at the good guys first, starting with Bravestar, and I think he looks pretty cool. He has a really nice head sculpt to him overall. He does come with a removable vest, and then underneath he has a lot of paint apps and different color. He has more articulation than I would have thought for this figure. Now, not all the figures have the same level of articulation, but Tex Hex and Bravestar do. So, you know, head side to side, a little bit up and down, and then the shoulders, I wouldn't push it too hard. And then we have elbow bend and bicep swivel and wrist swivel. So that's a lot for the 80s. And this figure here, no waist swivel, which is fine. And then the legs, mine are real floppy on this one, but they go up and down, out to the side, 90 at the knee. And that's about it. But still pretty good. He does come with this. So this is something that we see in modern figures where you have like an add-on piece here, which is a holster that straps on. So what they do is they make the same buck in like Marvel Legends and stuff. And then they add pieces like this, like the vest and that to make the same buck, color it different and that kind of stuff to make it look like a different character. He does come with this small neutral laser, and there's a switch on the back that pew, 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 pew. Which is kind of cool when you get into the laser one, because it has, you can put it on his back and it will activate. Let's see if I can get it. Same thing. So we'll get into those here in just a bit, but he also comes with this rifle, and this rifle is pretty cool. It's silver. So it's not the exact same. So this neutral laser I think is exactly the same for the gold or the silver for Tex Hex and for Scuzz. And then the rifles are different. So looks pretty good. The rifle also holds into this slot right here on his back. It's been a couple years since I've done it. Seriously, it's been a while since I've put one in here. So it goes into his back right here. And be careful, because this silver plastic and gold plastic, it does not last long. That is where he stores it when he's not using it. It's a really smart, really cool integration for weapon storage. You know, Transformers collectors love that kind of stuff. They all seem to come with removable hats, which is kind of cool too. Kind of sad because they get lost, but it's got a red paint app in there and it's white. Mine's a little bit of a cream color. I have a more, another one that's a little bit wider than this, but the weird part is that this toy line is not really that expensive to collect, but when you start getting into complete, it gets a lot more expensive. Kind of the same with every toy line, but you can probably get every one of these figures incomplete for ridiculously cheap. Getting them complete, yeah, you're looking at 50 to 100 bucks a piece. So next up we have Handlebar, and Handlebar is pretty cool. He is kind of the banker of the whole area, in my opinion. I think he comes with two of these silver discs, these chromed out, really cool chromed out discs, and he throws them. So he also comes with a piece of Carium, or one or two pieces of Carium. Each figure comes with a piece of Carium, and then I think 3030 comes with two, I believe, and then it goes up from there based on the size and scale of the vehicle or the playset. The playset comes with 6, I think, but anyhow, we'll talk about Carium a little more in a second too. So this guy, let's look at his action feature. He has this where you kind of move his hand like so, and lock it in place. I don't do this much because it's a little scary. And then you press this red button on the side, and he does this. Wow, that went across the room. It hit Princess Leia. It actually pushed a carded Black Series Leia back a bit. That's how much force that was. Wow. Maybe I should have him in resting pose. He definitely don't want to put the tension on that spring that's inside there. So that's pretty cool. Here he is from the back. And mine, is that paint chip? Yeah, mine's got some paint chipping on him. So mine's not in the best shape. I mean, I didn't get the best stuff. I got the best price stuff. But Handlebar. So we have Colonel Borobot, who is a transformer in this toy line. Not a good transformer, but a transformer. And so here he is with Bravestar. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there are two different colors of his chest piece. There is the darker one and then the lighter one. So I just want to point that out. That's a variant on Bravestar. So getting down here with the Borobot. Borobot has vehicle mode with he's got a sword looking piece and a trumpet, and they can plug in just like this in vehicle mode, and then Bravestar can ride him, or anyone can ride him. And then he has a molded in seat, which sometimes is missing. Oddly enough, when I first started collecting this, I never saw any of them missing the seat. Nowadays I almost see them all missing the seat. It's so weird, because I was trying to get an extra set of weapons, and it's like, wow, they're all missing seats. That's like a new thing. It does have this sticker in the front, which is pretty cool. It makes it look pretty good. And let's get them transformed. Let's go ahead and remove the weapon storage from 1986, when they had weapon storage for a transformer. And then we're going to lift him up and then move his arms down, rotate them around. Then you pull out his hands, and you can use the wow, that might be something Masterpiece can use, little levers to get their stuff out. And then with that, we can attach his trumpet right here, so it looks like he's playing his trumpet. And then this is interesting, because the sword, it's got some slots in here, and you just slide it on, and he's got his sword. And he does have some stickers on him right here and here. So that kid put them on sloppy. Come on, kids of the 80s. Y'all gotta up your sticker game. Go back in time. Get a time machine. Fix some stickers. And he gets really tall. Like, really tall. That's Colonel Borobot. So we have Deputy Fuzz, and this figure is, I'd say he's pretty cool. He looks okay. The thing is that he's a prairie people. The prairie people, there's a lot of them. I've seen people troop build this guy so they can have a lot of prairie people, which makes sense because there's only, what, 9 figures or something like that. And with that, he comes with this cart. He's a little harder figure to get complete because his cart is very delicate. It breaks in a lot of different points, and so there's a lot to be concerned with in here. And anyway, another toy line piece in there that I was looking for. Nice to find that. First off, I want to say his whip. His whip is the thing that's the hardest to get, and I don't have it, so I have this. This is from Walmart, and It's the closest thing I can find to his whip, and literally I just bought from $1.25 or $1.50 one of these, and the orange matches pretty close, and the other three I let my kids play with. They had fun with it, so I just pulled the ball off, and now voila, I got a closest thing I'll ever find to a whip. I've seen them for like $100 new, like new in the package, just the whip, $100. And now this guy's climbing a price sealed, so I'm not going to bother. It doesn't matter that much to me to have an original whip, so, and if somebody made repro, I'd be all over it, but it's close enough for me. Now, getting into the cart, I'm going to pull him out of here. He does kind of hold on to these two things right here and pull him out, and the cart has some stickers right here, like some headlights, some rear lights, or whatever you call those things. He's got a deputy badge sticker right here. It's kind of a dump truck thing, but I'm not going to dump it. I do have Carium in the back. The Carium that I have is, these are crystal Lego pieces that were like $1.25 for 15 or something like that. But they wanted 5 shipping, so I ordered like 15 bags. I've got like 150 of them in here. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know how many I have in there. I really don't. Do I have 200 in there? Something. But it fills it up, and we'll get into Carium in just a bit. He also comes with these 2 guns on his cart, and this piece here breaks pretty easy. I'm not even going to remove it, but here's his key. This is the key to the gel cell, and I think it's the same one that comes with the 4 Carium. Now, I don't know if the key comes with the 4 Carium, or you have to get Fuzz for the key for the 4 Carium, or they both have the same key. I don't know at this point. None of my stuff was new. It's all used. And so with that, he comes with all these accessories in the back. So he's got like a pickaxe kind of thing. He's got a rounded pickaxe, a shovel, a sledgehammer, and the Staff of Ra. Somehow he was in Indiana Jones. So there it is. He does have brake lights and some other stickers and stuff in the back. Pretty cool overall. So it cost me $25 to fill his bed with Carium, because original Carium is real expensive. Now, I got a lot of this stuff originally with the figures or vehicles or play sets or lots and collections, and I probably bought 3 collections and all this stuff, and there's a lot that goes into it. This is about 60 of them, and it was really hard to get. So hard to get 60 of them. Just imagine how much harder it was to get an extra 100. Next up, we got 3030. This is a complete 3030 and unbroken, and I only have 2 that are complete and unbroken. The rest have issues, and I use them for my Galaxy Rangers. So, with this, the only way I was able to get this one complete and unbroken was, I think this is the one I got from a collection. Somebody sold this collection, bought the whole thing, and I couldn't just get the 3030. I had to buy it all. And I'm glad I did, because I needed some other parts that were in there, and I didn't realize it till I got it. So that was nice too. So I've already done a review on this guy. So what I'm going to do differently with this in discussion here is make a little more space, and we're going to look at him, and I'm going to show kind of the parts and pieces that go with him. So he has his gun that goes in the gun holster. He has stirrups that go, and then down, this is the stirrup, and this is the stirrup strap. He has, of course, the saddle, these front straps that go on here. He has 2 different, they're actually different types of reins to rein that in. He's got his headpiece. They're opposite reins on each side, so they look completely different or opposite of each other. And I can't seem to keep his feet in the stirrups. It's just, is it a me thing or a design thing? I'm not exactly sure. I think you can hang like his gun on here on this hook. And he has 2 saddlebags, his tail, which is adjustable, which if mine doesn't have the ratcheting in it, so I guess it's not perfect, but if it has the ratcheting in it, you can make them stand up, which I have one that's in the stand up mode. And he also has at the bottom here, this opens up down here, so you can put his Carium in it, which I don't have that set up. Maybe that's not set up right and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much everything. He does have a cannon barrel tip, we'll see in the stand-up one. Here's what I have standing up on a doll stand. I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely terrified of moving anything on these guys, doing too much to them. I take a ton of time every time I mess with them. Like literally bringing them out here took me 5 minutes. I'm scared. I had a perfect one that I broke, barely touching it, and so I know how to handle this guy now. It's so scary. This plastic is so ultra breakable on this guy, but 2 unbroken ones, and I plan to never let them get broken. But anyway, there's a barrel tip. Next up on the agenda, we have the Stratacoach or Stagecoach, and it's the last of the, I'd say, good guy vehicles. And so, looking at them first, we've got giant wagon wheels that are made to look like wood. We have some electronic stickers on the Turbo Mule, and some more electronic stickers. And then over here, we've got more stickers and accents and kind of stuff like that, which is kind of cool to make it look good. Now, this thing does a few things. The first thing I want to do is show that you can remove the Turbo Mule, which I never store it with the Turbo Mule on, which is weird to actually put it on. And it looks pretty cool. You see this in the show, and a lot of them ride it. That's why I have a few extras, so that the bad guys can ride it. And I usually put Thunderstick on there. Dun 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 Thunderstick. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you the rest of the features. Now, one of the other features with this is, on this Stagecoach, is you pull this lever, and the wheels go like this so it can fly away. And the way it's designed, the Turbo Mule's connected, it would fly away with you. So that's kind of cool too. Nice feature. I've never seen one of these that didn't work. So maybe I just didn't see a non-working one, but I think Mattel built this thing pretty well. It's kind of big. It's kind of taking up a lot of the review space, but on the other side, we have this here. It's like a handle gun that I guess you put in his hand, and have a gun in there. And it's a handle, a control handle, and a gun, and all that kind of fun stuff. And then you have a door that opens up, and you can put a figure in there, such as Bravestar. I would think that you'd probably put maybe Handlebar in there. I don't really know. Hopefully, Ramen Toy makes us some figures that will expand the universe, and we can put them in there, like the Judge and some other ones. But then inside also, we have this, they call it, some people say it's a computer module. I heard a more technical term, but this little piece in here, kind of hard to find. Actually, I didn't know it existed for a long time. I had one of these, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm missing a part. I guess I'll look for it. And then we also have up top here, which plugs in with some crazy plus minus plug that it's got going on, is the treasure chest. And Thunderstick's got some stuff going on over there. So this treasure chest is kind of cool. You can just load it up with some Carium, I guess. And then, I don't know how many fit in there. Let's take one out. Shift it around a little bit, maybe. Okay, so there it is. Sort of closes. How many fit in there? Let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It fits 15 pieces of Carium comfortably. There's also a little compartment over here that opens up, and I think that you can put 2 pieces of Carium in there to hide away from... Let's see if it works. Yeah, you're just stowing away 2 pieces of Carium. Maybe a third. Let's push it. Stow it away from Tex Hex. He doesn't know the special little door exists. The agenda is to show Tex Hex. Now, I want to say that when I was collecting these, I was just trying to get them as cheap as possible, and mission accomplished, but some of them aren't in the greatest condition, but they look good enough for me. So this one has the laser light backpack, and you can see it's like some reflective stuff there, and he does have that carried through. And I truthfully, I put some batteries in these, and I could never get them to do anything interactive. Maybe mine are all broken, or maybe they just don't work very well later on in life. Now, here is Tex Hex, the standard one without all the crazy laser light stuff going on, which are interactive with other things going on in this toy line. But this guy, he looks mean and menacing. He comes with a hat. It is kind of like, it's a little flexible like the Bravestar one. And I already have his backpack, his gun strapped on his backpack, so I'm not going to remove that, but he has a different design. So I do want to show real quick. different design than Bravestar, similar, but different. And I don't know what's up with this. So there's a hole here and a hole here. You could, I guess, tie a string to it and hang it on them. I have actually got one where somebody tied a string to it, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I cut it off like 5 minutes later. So he does have these daggers that slide into here, which he can hold in his hand. And I would imagine he holds it like this, kind of gangster style. And yeah, that's kind of how he holds it. Yeah. He has his neutral blaster, which is the same design as Bravestar's, except gold, and all his are gold. Now I do want to point this out. Look at this. This is a different. Okay, I'll pull it off. Different gold. So I have accessories that are different colors of gold. This is more brownish. This is more goldish. I don't know which one. I don't know. Different production runs, different parts of the year. Who knows? But there's Tex Hex. He's pretty mean. Next up is the infamous Thunderstick. Now, this guy's got a lot going on with him. So, people say that he's the most valuable, rare, expensive figure. Nope. 3030 costs at least twice what he does complete. So, a complete 3030 is way more expensive than a complete Thunderstick. So, get that out of your mind. 3030 is the hardest one to get because it breaks. This guy, he breaks, but not as easy as 3030. He has this vac metallized chrome face, which... Can I take his face off? Yep, you can take his face off. Oh, have you seen the movie Face Off? Anyway, there it goes. Slide back in. And then his hat goes on top, and that'll hold his face in place. Like you need it. He has a green cape, which starts to look brown after 30, 40 years. And then he has vac metallized boots. He has this strap, but nothing to put in it. Same as Bravestar, which I'm starting to wonder if Bravestar's leg, they reused Bravestar's buck for this guy. Maybe they did. Like, I literally just figured that out. Maybe they did. So anyway, if they did, he has a feature though, and he shoots. When you push the button in the back, boom, it shoots. This is so cool, yet simple, and boom, boom, boom. So it's one of those things where my first one I got was broken, and I didn't know that was a feature for a while. So I'm happy to get him. I like the purple. I like the vac metallized stuff on him, and his brown hat. Pretty cool. Next up is Sandstorm, and Sandstorm does some action feature stuff too, but looking at him overall, he does look kind of cool. He is much stockier than his show. Like, his head and neck is much more narrow because I think he has a feature. I think he, you fill his back up with water. There's a plug in his back, which I'm not pulling it out. I got this in, I'm leaving it forever, I guess. Unless I heat it up to pull it out. I broke one, or I've got a broken one. You fill him up with water, and then you push this button. So there's the plug, and you push the button, and it's supposed to spout it out water from his mouth when, I think, and he's Sandstorm. And then you can see the small little hole in there that makes the water come out as a tight stream. That works. I'm not going to fill him with water, but he's not in the greatest shape. Maybe it doesn't even work anymore. I don't know. So that's his feature. Now you can store his Sandstorm gun. Oh, is this going to break? Are we going to break this on camera? Let's break it together, though. If we break it, we've done it together. Oh, it holds? Yep. Holds on his back, just like that. And that's pretty much Sandstorm in a nutshell. Similar type of articulation to Bravestar, except he has hands instead of wrist articulation. But pretty cool. Can't wait for Ramen to redo this guy. Like, this guy seriously needs to be redone. Next up we have Scuzz. And if you're wondering why I have this little bitty print, I made that myself. My print guy is way overloaded with the holidays, and I did not have advanced thinking. I'm now planning this all out so that I don't have this problem anymore. Anyway, I still kind of like my little print I did myself. Looking at Scuzz, he is a wicked looking dude. He did not come with his cigar, which I was disappointed. A lot of kids could have learned not to smoke by playing with his cigar, right? Cup's got his cigar, so nowadays it's a lot of fun. Looking at this guy, though, he looks mean, evil, menacing. He's the same exact size, more or less, and same articulation. Just, well, let's grab one of these. I've got another one over here that I use for fun stuff. and head side to side, arms up and down, legs just left and right. He's just got small legs sticking out there. So this is the same articulation as Fuzz and same type of character, and he has his cart, which is different than Fuzz's though. This is something like you'd see on Addams Family, you know, and then this folds up, these wings fold up just that little bit. Underneath there you have some stickers showing the mechanisms of his flight thing. These clip in, but they don't do anything that I know of other than fall off. So you have stickers on that side, you have stickers in the back. This thing opens up. This is another product of, I had to buy 2 to get 1 complete and all the stickers and all that kind of stuff. This was a piece together piecemeal. I didn't get it complete. And that's how I advise to collect this line. Don't try to buy everything complete and spend, you know, $150 each. Get like $50 here, $50 there, and then sell off your spare. That sounds like a good way to do it now. This back piece here is to store some Carium. That didn't fit. And then maybe his hat. Maybe the wire that goes to that Masters of the Universe figure. I mean, for Carium. The wire goes to Blast Attack. It's the exact same one. It was verified by a couple of people to me that it's the exact same one that goes to Blast Attack. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next up, we're going to quickly run through Fort Carium real quick because of the fact that I already made a whole video about it. Check that one out. I did some crazy stuff with it. This is not my completed one. These are some spares I picked up along the way. And if you watch the other video, you're going to know why. So it comes in 3 parts. You have the Carium Bank, Command Center, and over here you have the gel and planetary gel. They do have some stickers on the front, which I tried to source the best stickers I could. These are all original, but I think somebody out there makes some really good reproductions, so that wouldn't be bad either. So each one of these, I think we should look at each one of them separately and then show the combine mode. Starting with the Command Center, this is kind of quintessentially the old Western town motif, and it looks pretty cool. Now, one thing is, I don't have the tower attached, and I'm not going to attach it because I feel like I'm going to break it. This breaks really easily, but the tower has a nice flag way up there, and then a place you can put Bravestar, and then some sort of a spotlight or gun or whatever, a couple of stickers, and a ladder. Cool stuff. And I actually found out, I don't know, someone says there's some room for some Carium up there, I don't know. But getting down here, we do have these 2 guns at the top of the Command Center. We have a, I don't know, is that a canopy kind of thing? What do you call that? Awning. It's an awning. And then you have 2 posts to store it. And he has his chair he sits in. Now, moving this away, you have rotating wanted signs. On the other side, you have what, when you go into the battle mode. And the chair itself is just a simple little chair, nothing special. But it gets kind of cool when you look at the inside of this. Before we go to the inside, I want to show you fold the floor up. You get this type of gun that folds down. And when you go into the battle base, that's what goes with the Command Center. Very, very hard to figure out how to put one of these together. On the side of the Command Center, you do have this sort of, I don't know what it is. It's like a bunch of tubes and wires and stuff. A snake sticker. This is my spare too, so I went out of my way to even have my spares in pretty good shape. And I have a broken piece of plastic that came off of something on this playset. Down here we have these connector tabs. Those connector tabs are similar, but not exactly the same as the ones that they used on the Captain Power base, Captain Power base. We have control modules with stickers and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So this is actually still pretty easy. Like I was able to get a few of these with the stickers still on them and in good shape. So I was pretty pleased with that. And I went through the one on my display. I think is better than this, which this one's pretty good shape. And so now we get into something like boom. So now this is another scary part. You can plug these into here, and I suggest you put them in sideways and twist them so you don't break this silver plastic. So sideways and twist them. When you go into the battle mode, that's where that stuff stores, and we're going to get this thing ready for battle mode and look at the next one. Next up, we have the planetary gel. So with this, you do have some like rock, like it was blown out, and what was the paint has been blown off of that, and it's really bothered me what this black piece of plastic goes to. Anyway, maybe it goes to this. You can plug this blast attack piece in and go. And in my video, I did this with a rapid fire 3-piece. Oh, it fell out. So it's not like it's super made well, but yeah, it could fall out. And you can spin this around to whatever. Now let's look at the last piece of the outside. Now to get this in and out, hold it up a bit and slide it in like this. Don't push it straight in like this, so you don't break that piece. And then up here, so this thing, this thing here is weird. I don't even know anything about it. I don't want to use it too much because they break so easy, but all these separate pieces come out and they sort of hold a figure in place, so you can just like strap a figure in. But I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to literally just leave it clipped in. It's not broken. Leave well enough alone. Here's just the side. We got some stickers on this on the side, so I guess I was lucky enough to get stickers on all of these. I thought one of these just didn't have very good stickers on it, but we do have a gel cell. It is a gel cell. One thing about this is there's some holes in here, and then this board or wall, which is still kind of a panel where Bravestar can get over here and get some work done. He can sit on a little chair. It looks like he's got a little chair to sit on if he doesn't fall over, and he can put his hat on him and he can work on, he can even do the action feature to work on the computer a little bit or something. But with that, it does hold a bad guy, but you have to unlock it, so I can't unlock it. Oh, it's so fiddly. Hold on. This design is super fiddly, but anyway, stick this in here and then you return it. This is the one I have on my Deputy Fuzz cart, and then it'll open up. And then you could of course put Thunderstick in there. So let's fit Thunderstick. You can fit any figure in there, 3 or 4 figures in there if you like. Play sets are such a lost art. Can't wait to get an Eternia, but there we go, and there is. Now, one more thing I want to show is the interior wall is a short wall, and with that, you also have this piece here, which will connect to the command center when you turn it into the battle base mode. Lastly, we look at the bank, Carium bank real quick here. So you've got some blue on the front, and then those things, I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be. I really don't. Like, maybe it's supposed to be like protection, that maybe that's a vault, I don't know. I do want to say that the stickers are different on the UK version, because I did get a UK one by mistake. Well, not by mistake, but because I needed parts, and it was cheap, and it was even cheaper shipped than buying one in the US at the time. So I noticed that it had different stickers and stuff on it. Now we fold this up and you get this, which is kind of a rotating turret, and you have some tabs in there. Hold on. So boom, 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 boom. Pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Now we've got the inside of this thing, which actually there's supposed to be, I'm not sure if the gel or the bank has, there's like another little scope thing. I don't have it out. I have it in my main one, but this is getting the gist here. So with this, you have a safe. That's really all that's going on in here. So you can kind of open the safe and you can look and see that there's nothing in there, but you want to load it up with some Carium. All right, we're going to show my putting this piece here in. Come on, go inside. Or does it go sideways? Oh, it goes sideways. Again, it's been a while. I used my most beat up one for this. Okay, let's see how the Carium explodes out. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Here's the Bravestar 4 Carium in its combined mode, and yep, looks pretty good overall. Like this. I don't have the tower on top. Tower on top would look something like this. Sorta. Go all up to there. I'm so scared to connect it. That silver and gold plastic breaks really easy, but pretty cool idea from back in the day. So let me know what you think about this Bravestar toy line. Did you have these as a kid? Are you actively collecting it now? Did you collect this recently and really enjoyed it? What trials and tribulations did you have trying to get these? Same as mine, probably exact same as mine. But I'd like to know in the comments below, and I look so forward to Ramen Toy and everything they make for the Marshall brand, which might look similar to this. Like and subscribe, and Titanium Hanger out.
Greetings, Mayor Derringer.
That my bad cousin Scuzz.
So what do you think, Fuzz? Why'd your uncle up and quit as High Wizard?
Mouse your Bravestar, you read Fuzz.
Loud and clear.
You had your chance, vermin!
We'll catch up with you after we arrest Goldtooth.
Well, for once you're talking sense.
Don't I always?